Hey guys, Playersingreen here, aka Sean, with another tutorial. This time, your water tutorial. A lot of people have been waiting for this one. I'm glad to finally get it to you. A couple things before you do this tutorial. I can't promise that this will come out the same exact way on every background. I've done this on many different backgrounds, and the effect always is different. In this tutorial, I did it in a water background and the effect came out pretty nicely. So that's why I'm teaching it on this one, to show you that it can be very effective. But I've noticed if you do it on backgrounds that aren't in a water setting, it doesn't come out as well. Like, you really can't tell the person is made out of water. So you really have to mess around with the settings. This will give you the general direction, but the artistic part is going to be more on your guys when you put them in different backgrounds. I mean, you can use this one if you want, but everyone will know you got it from this tutorial. It's up to you. But let's get started. There are some things, if you're a beginner, this might be tough to follow, but if you're used to Photoshop, you should be alright. So this is the overall result, the end result that I had got. I did this tutorial. I did this through once. Added a nice shadow here. Did some lighting. I added some lighting strokes. I wanted to do the whole lighting, but I just said, you know what, this is a tutorial. It's not like I'm making this for a design. But I thought it came out pretty nice. So now I'll show you how you're going to do this. So what you need, you can get this background in the link in the description, and you can also get this Ray Allen PNG. Here we go. Off of the link below as well. You're also going to need a water brush set. I can bring you to Brush Easy, but I cannot promise you I'll find the exact set. I'll try to search it and post it in the link, but if you go to Brush Easy and search in water brushes, they should come up. And you'll notice they're kind of distinct. But so let's get started. And one of the first things you're just going to do is take Ray Allen and you're going to soft light overlay him. So there you go, you got him in this background setting now. And the next thing you're going to do is Control J twice, and you're going to take, it doesn't matter which one you start off with, you're going to select one of them, go to Filter Gallery, and the Chrome effect. This is going to be really similar to the Frozen tutorial I showed you guys, but the transparency is going to be different. And you're going to take the other layer now and make that as well a Chrome. Oh, what happened there? Let's go back. Oh, I chromed the same layer. I'm sorry, guys. There we go. Alright, so now you have this chrome effect, and now what you're going to want to do is you want to soft overlay both of these. Oh, they are both soft overlaid. But you're going to have to lower the opacity down to about 70. And this one, let's see, what should we lower this down to make it look realistic? Alright, we'll go around there. And now what you're going to need is the texture. I'm actually going to go grab the texture now because I don't actually have it. So we get rid of this. Alright, and I'm just going to undo everything that I did with the texture. Sorry guys, should have that set up a little better. Alright, so you're going to take this texture. I'll make sure you guys can download it. I'll put it in the link as well. And what you're going to do is you're going to add the mask to it. So what I do is I duplicate the previous layer, drag the mask onto that, and I delete that layer I created. And now you got the mask on them. And what you're going to do with this now is you're going to soft overlay this, soft light it, and lower the opacity down to around like 56. And these opacities will change depending on your background, like I said. You'll see once I get into more of this. And now that you have Ray Allen in this kind of like, he looks like he's pretty much made of water, what you want to do as well is change the hue and saturation on these chromes to a light blue. So colorize. make it a little light. So we change that one, and then we're going to change this one as well. Colorize. Doesn't have to be the same settings, kind of whatever you want. Alright, so now he's this nice light blue. He has some ripples in him, and he's looking pretty solid. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to take your brushes. So you're going to create a new layer, and you're going to go get your water brushes. The one I typically use is this one right here. I think it gives a nice splash effect. And to use it, you're going to like select this outer white, like lightish blue. And what I usually do is I'll go in my brush settings here, and you can actually change the angle you place the brush. Oh, I gotta make this a lot smaller too. Oh, not that small. Let's change the angle a little bit more. There we go. And see, it's very light, so what you should do is do it twice. You know what? I actually don't like how that came out. Let's create another one. Do this again. Oh, no why? The opacity was low. Look at that. That would explain things. Alright, so you start off, you know, we got one brush there. Let's go over here and create some. And I'm kind of doing this quickly because I don't want to take up a lot of time. I just kind of want to show you the overview of how you do this. On that finished product, I took a lot more time to really make sure the brushes, to make sure it looked more realistic. I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm going to use this brush this time. It looks the same, but trust me, it's not. It comes out differently. What else do we got? Let's use this splash brush here. Let's see what this looks like. Whoa, you don't need that double. That's fine once. Use this down here as well. Oh, change the angle. Wow, that's too much of a difference. We'll go back to the other brush. And like I said, this the whole brush thing is an artistic thing. Like, you just have to have a knack for it. I can't like teach you how to use brushes in an artistic way. You kind of, it's kind of just like painting. You just kind of have to know technique, and it's just an artistic feeling. Alright, I mean, this doesn't look fantastic, I will admit, because I'm kind of rushing through it. I don't have much time to get spent on the details. But you kind of get the point. Make sure you spend much more time on this. Alright, and now what you're going to want to do is, because he looks way too solid all around, as you see, like, it's just like abrupt endings everywhere. Whoa, undo that. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to take a softened brush. First of all, let's make this black and white. And we're going to go to our softened feathered brush. Use about a 45. We'll lower the opacity around to like 79. And you're going to go to your masking layer. And you can delete if you don't understand what I'm doing. You just take an eraser and go around this layer. What I do is I kind of just like softly select the edge of the skin to make it more watery, like more fluid. Like it will blend nicer, because you're not going to have hard edges to your body if you're made of water. That wouldn't make sense. Let's zoom in a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, I think we did a nice job. And then what I would also do is you kind of go lower this even more, and you go into his body and make the brush a little bit bigger. And you just kind of like lower everything down a little bit, make everything a little more transparent. Besides his face, you want his face to be identifiable. See, I didn't do a great job with the brushes. Now looking at this, I really didn't place them correctly. But you really should take the time to make sure they're placed, because like if you see right here, this just looks like a mess down on the side of his back. So be careful with your brush placement. But overall, you kind of get the feel. And now what I'm going to do is kind of create a shadow. He's not going to have much of a shadow. So I'm just going to Control J this one layer here, this chrome layer, and let me make sure I get rid of this soft light for now, so that way I can see what I'm working with and raise the opacity. And I'm just going to kind of give it a weird perspective, because the lighting is like 75 degrees. I really can't explain it the way it's coming at them. So you kind of want like you probably want more of an upfront angle, but like you have light coming on this angle here, so the shadow should be more in this direction. And it's kind of tricky because you have light coming from this way, so the shadow looks like it should be total parallel to the body, but it's not. It would be more over here, not shown. Wow, that was really small. So really all you would see is his feet in this shadow, and then what I would do is, because it's not going to be black, because you're underwater, if you ever notice, it's really just like a dark blue like that. So you make it that nice dark blue, and then just lower the opacity. That would probably be about right. And what I would do is go to my filter blur and the Gaussian tool and kind of blur it, because it's not gonna be very strong underwater. And what you could also do is go into your distort, and you can ripple it, you can wave it. They're all kind of cool ways. See how like it's more wavy, and which it would be because you're underwater, but you can't get the full effect because all you're seeing is his shoes. But you got your shadow there, and you get your water effect feel here. Like I said, it's different with every background because the transparency is what causes different effects. Like this gives a pretty nice water effect. Like look at the finished. It looks pretty cool. But like I said, if you're on like a desert, it's not gonna look as cool, most likely, unless you add a blue, maybe outer glow, or like like you copy his body and make it a blue back, like a blue overlay of him behind this transparent body. But it will look weird because you won't be looking into the desert. You'll be looking in. It'll just be blue. He won't be transparent. So I don't know. It's kind of like a cool effect. I love doing designs with it. I've only done one on Instagram, but I've used this effect multiple times before. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. This is kind of like a weird effect, and it's tough to like kind of understand all the steps sometimes, so I recommend maybe watching this once or twice. And like I said, it's more really an artistic thing. I can teach you the general steps, but you kind of have to understand like what will make it look more realistic, where the brush placement and where you should erase, where there's like dark ripples where there shouldn't be, and things like that. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask below, or send me a kick message, Instagram, DM, whatever. But thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to my channel, spread the word, please. If anyone wants to know this effect, just refer them to my channel. And thanks for watching from Players in Green.